So I'm just gonna be real with you. I was excited to do this video, and then I just got a phone call. Really changed my mood and my way I'm feeling. Like I can't tell if it's like an over, like an. I can't tell if it's like an emotional overreaction or what, but I just feel really upset right now. I think like I can sympathize with some of my math students who might feel like a far cry from a parallel here, but when you're trying to go after something, you're trying to get somewhere, you put forth an effort, you step outside your comfort zone, and you do something that you're like, no, it's gonna be different this time, and you're really proud of yourself for doing it, and then you get the same feedback that you had to really work towards getting past. And so I know for some of my math students it'll be like, they'll shut themselves off from it, they'll not try, they'll just be like, math isn't for me, I don't get it. And then they'll say like, no, it's a new term, it's a new quarter, it's a new subject, it's a new unit, I got this, we can do this. And then they put in a ton of effort, and their next term or test or quiz grade or something comes back, and they just are completely discouraged because they don't do well. I get it. I forget what it's like to try hard at something and feel kind of rejected, feeling like you failed, feeling like even though you put in the effort, the action, it's just not paying off. You don't feel acknowledged, you don't feel happy. I don't know why I'm reacting like this. It's like, I thought to myself right before I was about to do this video, and then I got a phone call, and then I found myself just like way over emotional at the end of it. I said, I can't do this live stream, but I feel like this is what I need. I was listening to Gary Vaynerchuk's book, and he was talking about how one of the things that's really missing in marketing today is authenticity. I feel like I know sometimes myself and a lot of other people that do similar things to me, where we're talking about going after our dreams, and it all seems like it's a good time, and we have fun, and we're learning, and all these positive things happen. Oftentimes we don't really show what goes on behind the scenes, what's happening when we're not feeling so good or we're not doing so well. And these are one of those moments. I guess I'll have to change the title of the video. Sunday afternoon sob session over a minor setback in my own self-confidence towards my goals. Thank you for watching, whoever's on. It's Truthful Lilac. I don't think it's Sunday blues, it's just the conversation I just had. I was disappointed with the way it came out. But yeah, that's something I can be thankful for, is I've been lucky enough to have over 100 subscribers this month. I've been lucky enough to have the resources to be able to buy a multifamily house. I've had the environment and the education and really anything that I've needed so far in life to be able to earn enough money to buy a house, or have the athleticism to go after a half marathon. I've been really privileged to have loving parents that have given me everything really that I've ever needed to become a reasonably successful adult, and be able to have a working marriage. I've been given enough education and I have enough of a following that I can share my feelings with people and they'll love me for it instead of everyone just judging me for it. I can be thankful that I can cry in front of a camera and not worry about getting 100% hate in the comments. I can also be thankful that when the mean comments come for crying on camera that I can laugh at it. I can be thankful that this is a really stupid thing to be emotional over. I'm not gonna share completely what the situation was just because I don't want you to judge other people in my life. I just know that I feel like I'm just being emotional right now. I can't really tell. I think one of the tough parts about being emotional is when you're in the thick of it and you have nowhere to reflect, but you just have your emotions to dive further into. It's really easy to just have it feel like reality, but when you have the opportunity to reflect and just talk to a couple people listening, you really get to kind of hear yourself, and just by speaking out loud, sometimes you can realize, wow, it's really stupid. Like, as you can kind of tell, I just went through the exercise of looking to see what I'm thankful for, which has already increased my mood about 5 times. Thank you all for listening. Owen Center, I still can't believe you bought my book. I'm so excited about that. Despite my tears right now, my mind is somewhat blown because I don't think anyone's ever told. I don't think of in the year and a half or something that I've had a link in my videos. I don't know that I've had a book sale. I think that's a first. People have bought them in person, and I've given them away, but thank you so much for giving me faith to make sure to keep putting that link in there. I hope it makes a big difference for you. If I ever feel like I messed up a conversation, I repeat it in my head and kill my insides throughout the whole day. And I totally know what you're saying. I think that's why I'm doing this right now, is to reflect back so I can feel a little bit of the ridiculousness of my self-pity here, and appreciate what I can be thankful for. I had a dream I got kidnapped and saw an Elaine. It cut my arm open. I didn't feel anything. It was so weird. It's also okay to cry. Thanks for letting me know it's okay. I appreciate it. Keep chin up, brother. Thank you again, Owen Center. I will keep my chin up. Attitude granny. How's it going, Alex? Just do my research on people I respect. Thank you, Owen Center. You can make a card at the start of your videos and people to click your link on stream. It's a good tactic for sales. It's true, I could do that. I feel like I'm trying to embrace sort of the Gary Vaynerchuk way of doing things, which is, rarely ever doing any kind of sales pitch. But that's true. I could just throw the link there and not talk about it. I think long term I want to provide enough value that people want to contribute to me, but never really try to ask for financial compensation, because I think that's, of all the things I think it's hard to contribute. It always seems, at least for me, it seems like financial contributions are the toughest to give. This is Nick Perry of Alex's phone. How's it going, Nick? Always better grateful than not hateful. Videos, not... Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, videos. Yeah, I could definitely put the link in the videos every time. I think I do almost. Um, all right, well, I gotta thank you all for listening. I was gonna talk a little bit more about. I've been listening to the Crush It book, and I it's kind of funny because I know that part of the reason I'm having a little bit of a tough time with this is because it's the coaching that I gave yesterday, which was to not take things personally, and I I know part of it's probably that I'm taking things personally. I think another thing that we can do, which I again have not been taking my own coaching, is when you find yourself in an upset or you're emotional about something, if you look at it like, especially if it's like someone else that's sort of projecting it in your direction, one thing you can do is ask yourself, what is it that they're committed to that would make them care or be upset? And I always remember the greatest example was I was in a workshop and they said, is there anyone that has an upset about puka shells, which are this like little necklace that you get in like Hawaii or something? And everyone's looking at each other like, what is he talking about? And someone raised their hand and said, yeah, I've been upset about puka shells. And we're all like, what? What is he about to say right now? And they're like, well, can you say more about that? And he said, yeah, my ex-wife, or my wife has a puka shell necklace from her previous husband in the house, and I don't like it. And the trainer just said to us all, he couldn't have any kind of upset about an inanimate object unless he had some kind of commitment behind it or a promise to himself. And the commitment there is that he wants to feel like the marriage that he's in is the only one that is relevant to his spouse. And I think I realized the person that I was speaking with, that I was having a tough conversation with, they had a commitment, and I had a commitment. My commitment was to be acknowledged for something, which I haven't been moving on a lot lately, and I finally made a move on it. And for them to sort of not give me any positive feedback it hurt. And the fact that they had a bigger commitment than just me getting stuff done, it was like possibility of hurting someone else out there.